Hello and welcome to everybody out there in TV land. How we doing? Welcome to Wednesdays here with Apex This. We are doing the Kamel GTs again. We are here at Suzuka. Thank you for joining me. I am Eric Elkins, your host over here at Backseat Broadcasting. We're just wrapping up a little bit of practice at the moment. We're going to slip into, let's see, I believe one 10-minute session of practice qualifying, and then we are going to have 2 heat races. The second will be inverted for us. Here's a little bit of our practice time so far. We got 3 minutes remaining. Eric Kulliga really taking it to him. Let's look at the gaps for that. Looks like Tommy Regan actually catching right up to him. They are in a class of their own. As you can see, that's a gap to the leader for each class. Ben Laughter takes, in the practice session anyways, the first place away from Corey Mitchell by half a second, putting it at 2:01. We can see these guys practicing a little bit of that mixed class racing now. As they go into the hairpin here at Suzuka. Just hear that giant squirrel cage on the front of that car that Audi likes to call an intake. Almost sounds like it needs new bearings right out of the box. Just getting ripped through. Here's Bjorn Benches. Coming down to 130 it looks like. Was able to take that flat out. No lifting necessary with these giant wedges. As we're just almost going off track and wrapping up qualifying here. Sorry, practice. Going to jump into qualifying. Excuse me this evening, folks. And here we go into a 10-minute qualifying section. As many laps as you can make it. Steven Martinez rounds the final. Oh, never mind. He is going through Degner. I thought that was the final chicane for him. Psych. Now this is Eric Kulliga approaching 130. I don't think any lift. If it was very, very slight through there as he comes across and rounds the final turn to start his first hot lap out there. Such a tricky first turn. It's got to be chaos for these Nissans out there. Well, I get that this whole S section is, as I was saying, it's just got to test every bit of the driver. And this is definitely probably some of the toughest sections for this car here. Troy switching up his paints a little bit this season, going with this maroon. It's almost a wine, I would say. I like it. It looks good. Tommy Regan first across the line with a 149. But then Eric Kulliga straight into the 148.5s. Just another level. And Vincent Wood slots into third momentarily, but I believe he's going to put in some better lap times out there. I was seeing Eric put in some 150s generally, 149, something like that, you know, which was good for most of the practice section, but his first hot lap out there, 148. Craig Tessiter slots in, let's get those times actually up there so I can read them properly. Into third place with 150.343. Corey Mitchell is top of the GTOs with a 202.33. About a tenth and a half faster than Ben Lafter, although Ben was faster in practice, only by a little bit. Here comes Ty Johnson. Perhaps that was his outlap. We see a little off track from Ben Lafter there. I don't know if that was real. Joseph Mayer goes sixth fastest for the time being. Just 4/10 slower than Michael Kulliga, who slots into fifth. I think Michael will do a little bit better than fifth by the end of qualifying. He was third, and a pretty healthy third during practice. Steven Martinez still to set a time. So we're approaching 4 minutes to go on the clock. Bjorn Benches gets on the board, but he is off track at the moment. Oh, Oh, not looking pretty at all, but still giving her all she's worth out there. I think he might be a little frustrated at that, trying to set a time, or probably coming into turn one, it looked like there. All those gravel traps everywhere. Troy Banks goes third fastest in the GTOs with a 206 flat. So we see Vincent Wood almost getting out of shape and getting out of shape. Just it's very easy to get greedy with the throttle pedal with the GTPs. Steven Martinez puts in a time. He's fourth fastest, gets up to the second row with a 149.967. Ty Johnson goes third fastest in the GTOs with a 203.3, and then Ken Kruger goes fourth with a 204.1. And around 130. Let's see if Michael can't better his time. He's gotten bumped down to sixth place so far when Steven Martinez got on the board. A difficult shift out of that final turn there. He just goes up one position, bumps Craig Tessiter down. As it stands with 2 minutes to go, it's Eric Culliga, Tommy Regan, Vincent Wood, Steven Martinez. We're watching Michael Culliga in fifth, Craig Tessiter, Joseph Mayer, and Bjorn Benches in eighth. In the GTO class, we got Corey Mitchell, Ben Laughter, Ty Johnson, Ken Kruger in fourth, followed by Troy Banks. Eric Culliga heads to the pit lane. I think he knows that's the best time he's going to get, just about 2/10ths back, less than 2/10ths back, because Tommy Regan putting in a great time of 148.7, something he wasn't able to do during practice, but felt it during qualifying. About a half second back, a little over, is Vincent Wood in third place. And another little over half second back, Steven Martinez. Steven Martinez not able to better his time. Here's Ken Kruger finishing in the lap. And he crosses the line. Not able to better his time. Corey Mitchell ends up in the barriers to end that lap. Oh, these all-wheel drive cars just want to get all over the road, just attack that pavement and murder their own tires. Let's take a quick look at the first heat race qualifying grid here. We do, and I believe, unfortunately for me anyways, the classes are going to be stacked up properly for the second race. So we're not going to have Eric Culliga sort of at the end of the second grid as we had it. But up top we got Eric Culliga, followed by Tommy Regan. We got Vincent Wood in third position, followed by Steven Martinez, Michael Culliga, Craig Tessiter, Joseph Mayer, and Bjorn Benches rounds out the Nissan class. And then in the Audis, we got Ben Laughter, followed by Corey Mitchell, Ty Johnson, Adam Baltutis, Ken Kruger, Troy Banks, and we'll see if Mark Bray and William Garner join us for the race. As they're on the back straight there, just ahead of 130R, getting ready to grid up. Take it around. Who are we waiting on now? I don't believe anybody. I believe we're ready to roll. Again, not a lot of weaving from this class. It's only a 15-minute race. There's not much for tire conservation to be done, but at low speeds with low aerodynamic range, it is very difficult. And Eric Culligan punches it. Behind him, starting to squabble. And Vincent Wood immediately takes second position. Craig Tessiter immediately jumps up to fourth. He's up a couple positions right off the bat of that start, but he's on the outside. He's going to have Steven Martinez next to him, but he's going to pull out ahead, but he's going to slow up this whole pack with that line. Back with the GTOs. Ben Laughter stays ahead. Troy Banks makes up one position on Kent Kruger towards the back. Vincent Woods retaining that second position. And then there is a gap back to Craig Tessiter, Steven Martinez, Eric Kulliga. Oh, sorry, Michael Kulliga. He finds himself in sixth. And Bjorn Benches running the same. As we see Tommy Regan. Oh, from the front row of the grid to the back of the pack. At least he's going to stay ahead of the GTOs for the moment. He needs to get a move on. And he's going to fight his way back up to the top, I'm sure. But he's got a lot of work to be done. Back in the GTO class, here's Ty Johnson. Coming down to the hairpin. Right behind Michael Kulliga there. A real run coming down to 130. I'm just going to try and keep it as is for the moment. Not push Corey too hard. Ben Laughter is both leaders are 1.3 down the road. Tommy Regan, you can see in the back there. Let's see what had happened. He was running into third. Oh, and he loses it before the turn before the hairpin. Definitely picks up some damage. No, damage was definitely on for Bjorn. Is the hairpin where everything went wrong for him. Vincent Wood running comfortably in second place after that rolling start. Spoon here, such a difficult turn. feel like my frame rates are not giving me what I'm seeing on iRacing at the moment. Sorry about that. This seems a little out of whack on the YouTube side. Coming right down to the hairpin. Michael going not quite hitting the apex. Losing a little bit of time as a result. Here's Craig Tessiter. He's lost a place to Joseph Mayer. Tommy Regan has gotten himself up a few places. Oh, excuse me about that. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Here's Craig Tessiter getting a little sideways, and that's how he ended up back down there. And then Joseph Mayer also made an off track. Kept it together, but also dropped back. And there's Craig behind him, who he is now tussling with. So we're done with 10 minutes of this race already. Lap 4 here. Kent Kruger's managed to get back by Troy Banks. Tommy Regan's list is Steven Martinez. The first two were more or less. Rowan Benches also ends up at the back of the pile. It is so difficult. Oh, that's a terrible view of Bjorn. Looks like he just got a little sideways there. He got himself going again, but he finds himself with a say about 5 seconds behind Craig Tessiter. Here's Tommy Regan all over Steven Martinez. He can't make a move here. He knows that. He's got to lunge into the chicane at the end. He's not going to do that this time. These cars are mighty squirrely. God, are they large. Look at the size of that boat. Looks like Tommy's going to get this one done here. Well, he's not. He brakes early, pulls to the inside. The inside, as we saw with the Miatas, is the place to be. Oh. Make up a ton of places there. This is really the view for the S's section here. And for turn 1. Adam Baltuga still on the back of Ty Johnson. Trying to get that move done coming into the final chicane. There's no point in saving your tires. You only have 6 minutes remaining, 6.5. Now, as we see Tommy Regan, looks like he finally got that move done. It didn't look like a super pretty place to do it. Let's see how he did it. Just a better launch onto that turn. Somehow making that happen. Ooh, this Craig goes a little wide there. Oh, something bad has happened to Vincent Wood there. Lose him second place for good. Oh, and he does the Bjorn in the trees. They're too embarrassed to show us what they've done. he going to come into the pits? Negative. He's going to stay out, looks like. That is going to put Michael Kulliga all the way up from 6th a moment ago into 2nd place of this race, and Tommy Regan into 3rd. And he's just a second and a half behind Michael, believe it or not, at the moment. So he is almost all the way back up those positions from that early spill. Oh, and I'll be damned. Adam Baltutis got that one done. Oh, Ty had a little off track there and made it real easy for Adam. This battle for second. He's going to get a little bit closer here. Great to see all the most of the top 6 racers there, except for Eric, who's pulled out a cool 10-second lead at the top. And, good to see the rest of the guys able to, at least keep each other in their sights. Poor Vincent Wood is just still limping this thing around the track. It must be a nightmare to drive. As Steven Martinez has got to look out for Joseph Mir. He's got the inside for the penultimate lap, I believe. So we are second to last lap of this first heat race, and he's gotten that done well before the braking zone. Ty Johnson doesn't want to let that last podium position go. He's been able to stay with Adam the whole time. Tommy Regan's finally pulled up to the back of Michael Kulliga to regain second place. there is Joseph. Still in fourth place. We lost him there for a moment. And with 20 seconds on the clock, Eric crosses the line for our final, to start our final lap. And Tommy has one more lap to make this happen. He's going to take to that inside. Oh no, he should have taken to the inside. That's where all the magic is made. Ooh, there is grip there if you dare. Tommy is all over that bumper. Trying to distract Michael and unseat his rhythm a little bit. Staying with him, but I think his best chance, as we saw so many times, into turn one. Let's see if Troy Banks maybe comes into play for the final chicane to slow Michael up. Oh, and they almost touch going flying around 130R. Tommy not quite able to throw it in there, so Michael's going to retain second position. Joseph Mayer's going to come in fourth. Bjorn moving himself up 3 positions as well, up to fifth. And then we see Craig Tessiter retaining sixth position. Steve Martinez down 3 to seventh. And Ford Vincent Wood down 5 positions. That's where he is going to end up this race. Ben Laughter took it away for the GTO class here. So to the hairpin for the final time. He's going to start at the back for the second race though. These two at the top really spaced out, just as you would expect with their timings. Ben Laughter with about 8 seconds ahead, and Corey's got about 7 plus. Oh, on Adam Baltutis, I was going to say, until the very last lap. And Ty Johnson just says thank you very much. And takes that. That's going to be heartbreaking for Adam. But they're going to be side by side for the next race, so that will be good to watch. There's Troy Banks, and it looks like Kent Kruger decided, oh, maybe he was a lapped car. Yes, I believe so. So his race was over. But so was Troy Banks, as we saw him getting lapped by these guys. Well, here we are for our first podium pick of the night. There's Ben just sending it with that all-wheel drive around turn one, having some fun out there. We're gonna have 5 minutes real quick of some warm-up, so these guys can get used to it. Maybe practice a couple more setups, and then we're gonna jump right into heat 2, the inverted race. All right, race fans, we're back. And we have William Gardner and Mark Bray towards the front, but I don't believe that's going to happen. It looks like we have the almond gods have obeyed my wish and kept the Nissans to the back. We got Ken Kruger on pole position with Troy Banks, followed by Adam Baltudis, Ty Johnson, Corey Mitchell, and Ben Laughter towards the back. Then we have the Nissans of Vincent Wood, Stephen Martinez, Greg Tester, Bjorn Benches, Joseph Mayer, Tommy Regan, Michael Kulliga, and Eric Kulliga towards the very back there. As we round the final chicane here. And Adam Baltudis and Ty Johnson, there were two that were battling until the very last lap, are going to continue that battle into the very first lap of this feature race, and we're across the start-finish line, but we're still just waiting on Adam, who does not seem to want to punch it yet. Waiting on those green lights. We're definitely off now. Ty Johnson goes, Adam Baltudis has fallen down the standings. He's all the way back to the back of the GTOs already. Ahead of them, Vincent Wood, it looks like, has jumped all the way up from that horrendous wreck he had. We had Craig Tessiter mixing his way in there as well. Oh, getting sideways with Ty Johnson, sending him off to the side, and he crashes himself. And oh, there's a big pile up as everybody goes crashing into each other. Oh, that's not the way it was supposed to go, guys. And you know, here's Troy Banks coming out of the pit lanes, it looks like. A little bit late to this race. Tommy Regan bashed up from the get-go. Let's try to unpack that the best we can. As Tommy, I believe, decides, screw this. And Craig really not using enough of the right side there. Corey gets by, Ben tags him, and after that, he was right in the middle of the road too. It was not pretty towards the top of the pack. Oh, such a bummer for Tommy Regan. As he is all sorts of beat up. Let's see how many people come into the pits. Vincent Wood knew nothing about it. He was beyond the pack by then. Eric Kulliga stays out of trouble and gets right up to second place in the race. Corey Mitchell and Ben Laughter take away with it. Bjorn Benches is now passing Adam Baltudis, who is maybe glad that he stayed out of all that mess. He has moved himself up to third after all of that. There is a very injured Stephen Martinez, followed by Craig Tessiter, the man of the first lap. There's Ty Johnson. Oh, it's such good racing if you just keep it together for the first lap. It doesn't look like anybody's entered the pit lanes. Everybody is still out there. Craig Tessiter has made it by Stephen Martinez there. And Michael Kulliga slowly makes his way up the grid. He must have just stomped on it and stayed out of trouble, it looks like. Where his brother is all the way up there in second position. This is the way it was supposed to be here. These guys dealing with this traffic in the infield. Oh, Corey Mitchell again almost uses uses the other car to spin himself around, which would have been kind of a dope move. Just double tap him and send him away. Ben Laughter takes the lead for them. Adam Baltudis, believe it or not, back up to second, but he's got Michael coming quick. He's up to fifth. I believe that was Bjorn Benches. Some almonds tapping about it. Everybody's gonna email Ken. Remember to save your replays. There is is Corey Mitchell. These cars never sound healthy to me, so I don't know if he's all right. Getting by Adam Baltutis a little bit easier, but still, Adam not able to hold it. Here comes Corey for that second position. Corey's back up to second. There's and Steven Martinez. He's in sixth position for the Nissans and not doing well. You can see Corey Mitchell already ahead of him, and Steven's now struggling to stay with the GTOs. Troy Banks, I don't know if he's a lap down or if he's even out there still at the moment. I can't find him anyways. There's Joseph Mayer. Oh, having some connection problems. There's Tommy Regan, who was all beat up, we saw. That must have gone to the pit lane. We see both Joseph Mayer and Tommy Regan go to the pit lane. Ken Kruger and Troy Banks are out of this race. Oh, and Ben Laughter has had an issue. He seems mighty banged up there. If that was simply out of boredom. Very well might have been. Oh, as you see Adam Baltunis getting a little wide on that exit. Here comes Tom Johnson. These guys are still, I mean, we're on the front row, but they're battling in a different way. Steven Martinez able to at least get back ahead with the GTOs in the infield. Refusing to take to the pits, which might have been the right thing to do, as Tommy Regan and Joseph Mayer are behind him at the moment. You see Ben Laughter there taking to the outside. Corey takes to the inside, which is the smart move for those cars. Yeah, I'm really seeing some frame problems with this. Perhaps it's just that view anyways. Although I do love the chopper through these S's. Back up in his own world, Vincent Wood here. Playing it well and just getting a marvelous launch on the green light and taking the lead before the first turn. He's going to get score big for this second race. He's still 5.5 seconds ahead of Eric Culligan. Only got about 6.5 to go in this race so far. Behind them is Craig Tessiter, who's moved up to third. And there's Michael Pilliga, Bjorn Benches, and Steven Martinez. Oh, as Tommy Regan had another issue. Oh, that is not where that's supposed to go. Oh, and he punts himself back onto the racetrack. Of course, just after the pit entry. As he gets that car moving again. He's going to park it on the side there. Disappointing. Let's take, oh, I did not mean to press that. Here is the start of this race. A little bit of what happened. In this section, you can see actually Michael and Eric Culligan in the same shot there for a moment. GTOs is still going on after Ben brought Corey back into play. With 5 minutes to go. And Ben, seemingly with all the grip, is filling up all the mirrors of Corey's Audi out there. Sure, it's just understeer city out there with these all-wheel drive Audis. And it's a game you play with yourself over traction versus just putting power onto the road, putting your foot down. So you see Ben Lafter close right up on Corey here, make it about a 10th. Guys are coming down to Spoon. Oh, and he gives a little kiss on the inside. He wants to get his nose in there so badly, but he's not going to be able to do it. Well, he could have stayed with him a little bit closer than that. He's 3/10 back now. We're down to a 10th and a half. Is his moment to go around the outside. He's got to be real brave on the brakes there. As we come across the line, we got 2.5 to go. Corey takes to the inside. He knows that's the way to go on this first and second turns. Admittedly, I don't think it was Corey's strongest turn in the Miatas. He's thrown in a little bit late into there and getting taken on the inside by guys at times, but this time he tucks it right to the inside and makes sure that there's nothing going to happen there. Corey really seemingly taking his time on this skinny feeling infield, taking to the inside of every turn. He's got Spoon coming up here again. Ben is not going to get his nose in there this time, though. But he's going to get a better exit coming out of it. Let's see if Ben can make something happen before we get down to 130R. A treacherous turn. And then we're going to have one more lap of this for the lead. Oh, as Corey decides to drift it around there. Oh, so unfortunate. He really was trying to push it because he had a whole mirror full of Ben. That's got to feel so frustrating for him. Oh, as Joseph Mayer seems to have an... Oh, he does have an issue, doesn't he? And yeah, he's got a quite the messed up car and decides to park it and end his race. Here's Bjorn. Oh, going a little bit wide there. Manages to save it around Spoon. Tries not to spin it. Says, why not? I can do it anyways. And then, oh, almost takes to his favorite Spoon hideaway. Oh, we're on board with Joseph Mayer. Let's go with the leaders of the GTOs here. And down to 2 seconds is the lead for the GTPs. Locks up the right wheels there. If I'm not wrong, looks like we're going to have one more lap of that. And here is your race winner, Vincent Wood. Well done. Fends off the charge of Eric Kulliga from behind to take the checkered flag in the win of the second heat race. In third position, we got Craig Tessiter coming around 130R towards the back there. I believe these two are still going to have another lap to go at it, as the checkered flag came just behind them. And oh, Corey, oh, he takes a lot of curve there trying to stay up with him. And he's got to do well to make sure Adam Baltudis does not get him now. Oh, and he says, screw it. What a race. Might as well bang a couple doors and some touring cars. That's what they're there for. Body work, though, I guarantee it. And here's your top 3 for the Nissans of your second race. As long as Corey can keep it together through the final chicane, he should take the second position for the GTOs this evening. a rundown for the second heat race here. We have Vincent Wood on as your race winner, followed by Eric Kulliga and Craig Tessiter. Michael Kulliga takes 4th place, followed by Bjorn Benches and Steven Martinez. Joseph Mayer and Tommy Regan after their quick repairs, and in 7th and 8th respectively. Out of the GTOs, we got Ben Laughter, ran away with it, and then Corey Mitchell, Adam Baltudis, Ty Johnson, Troy Banks, and Ken Kruger coming up the rear. I think they're waiting for the GTOs for final podium picture. As always, make sure you join us tomorrow night on Thursdays when we're doing the LMP2s and the GTE class. Should be lots of fun. We have a fuel restriction for that class, both classes, so everybody has to make a mandatory pit stop, and it's lots of fun. The LMP2 is coming in a little bit earlier. That's the same time. We'll see you around 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time tomorrow. As always, hit the thumbs down button. Make sure you never comment on my stream, and hit that little bell an even number of times.